come in. Hello, everybody. The title is Teaching and Learning with Artificial Intelligence. It is something which we are already doing. These are lessons from the field in a specific case. What was the problem in teaching and learning? Hallucinations. This is, in my opinion, the main topic. What happened? Yeah. Okay. It was an hallucination. As you know, LLMs are mostly sycophantic. They always give you a good answer because they want rewards. They work with rewards. So this is a major problem because they want you to be happy in order to get the prize. We cannot go further on this topic. Let's just stop on one experiment I did. I invented this Italian word trampettione, and I wrote a page on my website and I gave it to the search engine and then started asking Google and all the artificial intelligence chatbots what was trampettione. And the nicest answer was by DeepSeek, Chinese one, which invented is a cheese from Lombardy. Of course, it is not. And Trampettione is just my invention, and I describe it as a tool for making easier to live with crumbs when you have. And so Google gave it a value of 200,000 euros to my gadget. If you want to buy it, it costs you. So these hallucinations are quite typical. Also, they change the word. They strip the I and it's a crampettone, but neither crampettone exists. So what is the solution while working with lessons, courses, and so on? Is using a closed, a walled garden, like a NotebookLM. How many of you know NotebookLM? Just very few, only one, two. NotebookLM is a Gemini-driven interface by Google, based only on the sources you provide. That's the strength. And there are a set of tools for analysis of what you are providing. What's the scenario? I had a philosophy of science course, 20 hours course, last summer in Genoa with six quite smart students. They were not experts in philosophy or in science. There were different types, different courses they were coming from. What was my methodology? I provided NotebookLM with only one source, textbook. It was an Italian textbook. I planned lessons using NotebookLM. I said, I have 20 hours, so give me every hour, what should I do, based on the pages and the chapters of the book. And it was quite useful. I didn't follow it exactly, but it was useful. Then, during the lesson, we would ask questions to the artificial intelligence beside my explanation. We would ask questions, and then, before getting the answer, try to answer by ourselves. That is, the students say, no, I think that the answer to this question is, and then let's compare it to the artificial intelligence. Or just the opposite. Get the answer and comment it. Is it correct? Is there something missing? Or, oh, yes, I didn't get this. And then at the end of each lesson, summarizing the lesson itself. Say, what are the outcomes of this lesson? These are the topics. Do you agree? No, there's something missing. No, 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 yes, this I think this is not something we have deal on today, but we deal yesterday. Uh, Reflections, observations like this. Then, at the beginning of each lesson, I would provide a quiz on the previous lesson to all students, and then compare their answers to the answers of the artificial intelligence. Um, There was only one mistake by NotebookLM during the full course, and I suppose it was driven by the what is called the context window. That is the amount of text analyzed for the answer. Probably it was too small, and it didn't get the full page of the book, and it only read the first paragraph in which the author was stating something he would later deny. It was actually a sentence by another author, even though he didn't mention the other author. So reading it, it would seem the author of the book would say that, would state that. But at the second paragraph, he said, no, this is wrong. You think that, but this is wrong. The way St. Thomas in the Summa Theologica risponde o dicendo un quote, and it states just the opposite of what he said previously. This was the only mistake. All the other answers were correct because they were based on the book. Uh, what we did at the end, the exams, uh, NotebookLM asks a question to the student. The student answers, and then we compare the same student compares his answer to the answer of NotebookLM. The student asks a question to NotebookLM, and then then he says, well, this is correct, this is wrong, this is lacking something, or commenting on the, and then on the overall discussing the chatbot answer and the student's answer. Final results, very good marks, all of them. The students were happy with the methodology. They, even though the course was mostly in the early afternoon of summer, in a place like Genova, where you can go for swimming usually. So it wasn't easy to follow, but they were happy with it, and they followed. And I was happy because at the end they had learned something. So, what are the lessons we learned? And I hope you are learning now. Having only one source, textbook, or many sources, but controlled sources, is the success point, is the most important point. Customization. You can, with NotebookLM, you can have some different configurations, some different specifications. You can say you want guided learning, you want a longer response, a shorter one. You can say something in order to get um, the way it answers as much compliant to your desires. Uh, it's a sort of role play. I think that this is the main topic. Instead of uh, mm, working with the artificial intelligence as a tool, we make it a part of our classroom. So it's just another student, and we see, or another teacher, sometimes a student, sometimes a teacher, and so it's part of it. In a few days, I will give a conference in lecture, and I called it natural, artificial, or mixed. That is the future of intelligence. Will it be totally natural, totally artificial, or a mixture of the two? And I believe it will be a mixture of the two, but we have to drive it. Then there is a continuous improvement in NotebookLM. Every month at least there's something new, and these tools are very, very useful. For example, if you record any speech, any conference, and you give it to NotebookLM, it would transcribe it, translate it, summarize it, make questions on quizzes on it, and also maps, concepts, main concepts, anything you would like to do with the content of that conference. And this is, I suppose, uh, something really new on the field of learning, because if you go to a conference, you take notes, but if there is somebody or something that makes the notes for you and answers to your questions about the topic, well, this is really useful.